Guys, welcome to AHC Garage. My name is Mike. Here is our next big project. Normally we start our video in the shop, but unfortunately this car been sitting here for about 4 months waiting for us to get the car in the shop, and now the battery is dead. So let me go and pop the hood, slap the battery in, so we can take a closer look on our brand new project here. There you go, guys. K24 right over here. This car has just over 120,000 miles, but this motor is super clean, and I do want to show you guys something special. But before we do that, let's go and change out this battery here. So now with a fresh battery, let's just shoot a start. There she goes. But guys, there you have it. 2006 Acura TSX in premium white pearl and ebony interior, and also a 6-speed manual transmission. Now we got her up and running now, so why don't we take her on a road test and see how she behave on the road. So we're just making our way out from the shop, and as you can see, the car been sitting for a little while. You can see all of the stuff that built up on the front windshield, and we have TJ behind the wheels. And how do you feel so far with this car?
It's a little rough, I'll tell you that.
You know, TJ, I was wrong. I was telling the audience that the cars only have 125,000 miles. The car actually has 174,000 miles. But I have to say, the interior and also the exterior is very clean, especially the interior. You guys can't really see right now because it's kind of dark out, which I'm going to show you guys in just a little bit. It's a 2006 TSX, like I mentioned, and it has a 6-speed manual transmission. So it have all of the good pieces. Now, I know the car drives a little rough. I mean, what do you feel? How's the clutch? Let's talk about the clutch.
The clutch is definitely either on its way out or it's right there. So I mean, that thing it's not driving too good. So let's put it that way. Definitely needs to have the clutch changed when we take the motor out. Also, I noticed this thing has an exhaust leak, so I'm sure there's something going on with that under the car. And as well, the brakes are, I mean, I'm sure from sitting so long, the brakes are kind of done because this thing takes forever to stop.
Well, the good thing is the idle is really good, and the motor sounds super healthy too, TJ.
Oh yeah, it's super good, super nice. There's no vibration. I don't feel any vibration in the pedals, so that means that it's idling really smooth. Also, the AC on this thing is piping cold. This is probably one of the coldest ACs out of any model Acura that they came out with. I feel like this has the coldest AC out of these models.
Why do you think that?
I'm pretty sure the reason is because this model was still built, I think 95% of it was built in Japan. So.
Yeah, come on,
This
TJ.
is a real true Japanese, JDM right here,
But the vents do start with a J, all of the TSXs. So that might be the case. we're at about 70 miles an hour right now, and man, I do feel that's a pretty heavy vibration. I think it's probably coming from the tires. What do you think?
Yeah, I bet these tires are old and dry rotted.
Other than that, man, I think the car tried pretty good. The motor definitely behaved really, really well. One thing I did notice too, TJ, that on a cold start, it didn't smoke at all.
Yeah.
Me and the motor got to be pretty healthy.
We've been beating it up a little bit too. It has some smoke, so.
And now let's go ahead and head back to the shop, and we'll show you guys the exterior and also the interior. Then we'll move on to the engine, because we are doing a complete engine refresh, and the first thing we're gonna do is an engine compression test. All right, now we got a car in the shop. Let's take a closer look at her now. The outside or the exterior is very, very dirty, but overall, the shape of the car is really, really nice. No major dent or rust, anything like that. It does obviously have a lot of scar all around the car, but overall, really good shape. Now let's take a look at the motor here. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. No big oil leaks from here, so I think what we should do is go ahead and lift her up, and let's take a closer look once she's up in the air. And now we got the car up in the air. Let's take a look at her under the belly here. What do you see so far, TJ?
I see a little bit of rust here. A little bit of rust. Probably this is probably our exhaust leak here from the cat.
They use bands to just hold the shield together because it's completely disintegrating.
Yeah.
Now let's take a walk from the back here before we move forward. It does look like it got a brand new driver's side rear caliper there. And take a look at the exhaust here. Yeah, it is pretty bad shape here. Let's take a look at the sway bar back here. Take a look at all these suspension arms, which I think the owner do want to get all these items replaced, so we are not 100% too concerned. Here is the rest of the exhaust system here. It does look like it has an aftermarket
at least they replaced that
downpipe here.
It's got new bolts, so that'll be easy for us to take off when we take the motor out. We don't gotta fight it.
Now let's take a look at suspension here. It's not too bad up here. It's not too bad, and a lot of these arms we are going to be replacing, so I'm not 100% too concerned. As far as the motor goes, it's really clean. It's really dry. I don't really have much of an oil leaks anywhere. It does look like maybe perhaps the valve cover is leaking a little bit, and they're leaking down to the exhaust manifold. Do you see it up there?
Yeah.
On the left side?
Mm-hmm.
As far as the tires
not a lot
go,
of oil leaks though.
What do you think about the tires, TJ? Because we do feel a little bit of vibration, right?
Tires actually look new.
How old are these tires?
From 2022, so they're not that old. I think I know what the vibration's from though. You see this here, it spins. No problem. Yeah, that don't really spin.
The caliper's locked up.
Yeah, that's probably why it's vibrating like crazy.
And that's why we spouse the brake material.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't from the clutch. Well, the clutch is no good too. So yeah,
heavy vibration is definitely from that caliper stuck.
So that's pretty much it, just what this car looked like. And so why don't we get her down, and let's start with an engine compression test, so we can kind of have a baseline and know what we're working with right here.
Mm-hmm. What we're going to do here is we're going to take these covers off. We're going to take the coils and spark plugs out. We're going to go ahead and do a compression test. That'll kind of give us an idea how the piston rings and the bottom end, how the motor is kind of working, you know, see how strong compression is. If we got good compression, then that means we got a good seal on our rings, and I think that all we really got to do is kind of just reseal it up. We don't need to go and get into the motor, you know, nothing crazy. Just put some new gaskets all the way around, new timing chain, guides, kind of do all that stuff. Kind of like what we did on Brian's video. Just kind of refresh the motor and not really get into the motor, you know. Before we get the spark plugs out, we're going to unplug the injectors because we don't want any gas to shoot into the manifold while we're turning over the motor. So we'll just disconnect these. It's a lot easier than like pulling a relay or something.
It kind of give us a better reading too, a true reading I should say, without the fuel being in the combustion chamber.
Yep.
How's it looking?
Factory plugs.
Not bad. TJ, I think these might be OEM plugs, or the original plugs I should say. Wow. Here we go. So we'll start off with cylinder number 1 here. Ready, TJ?
Yeah. All right, looks like we got just over 180.
Here we go, cylinder number 2. Right at the same spot on cylinder number 2. Cylinder number 3. Same exact number there. Here we go, cylinder number 4. Man, right at the same spot, all 4 cylinder. That's a pretty good sign, TJ.
Yeah, this thing's pretty even across the board. I'd say it's pretty healthy as far as piston rings and internals go.
I think our plan of refreshing the motor, I think would be a good choice.
Yeah, I don't think we have to get into any kind of piston rings or do any kind of valve work or anything like that. I think just some oil seals and the maintenance stuff, and I think we'll be back on the road, no problem. We just pulled up our compression specs, and it's showing us that a minimum of 135 psi per cylinder is what is required as standard or new. With a 28 psi variation, that means that it should be within 28 psi of each cylinder. Now, we did do the compression test when it was hot because we just got done driving. I'm sure it will read a lot different if it's cold because we're not going to have as much pressure in there. So probably why we're seeing a higher PSI. We'll probably have a lower PSI. I still think it'll be higher than 135 either way. But it doesn't really matter because we are dead even on all 4 cylinders. So we have no variation between cylinders. So either we do it hot or cold, it still won't vary any. And so we are well within the specifications from the manufacturer. Now that we checked the compression, we know the motor is nice and healthy. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start dropping that thing down so we can start the refresh on it. But before we do all that, I believe Mike wanted to show you guys the interior on how clean the interior is. And this is the factory original leather. And I'm actually really surprised. There's no cracks. It's not dry. I mean, whoever had this before kept this thing really, really nice.
And look at the dashboard too.
Yeah, no cracks.
So perfect. Clean carpet. Let's take a look at the back side here. Oh yeah. Same thing goes to the back.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not like hard and crusty.
I don't think anybody's sitting in the back.
Yeah. Usually this thing's all sun damaged and dried up.
Wow. Very nice. So T, are we ready?
I guess we ain't nothing left to do. All right, guys. So now we got the compression test done. Everything looks solid on that. So we're gonna go ahead and move on with dropping the motor out. So what we'll do is get all the fluids drained. We'll get the AC vacuumed and out, and we'll go ahead and probably take the axles off and do all that, and let's get the motor prepped to drop out of the car.
Oh, not bad. Pretty clean for transmission fluid. All right, so we just took off the axle nut. We're gonna go ahead and let the fluid drain out as much as we can. The more it drains out, the less mess it's gonna make. And we're probably gonna start doing our lower board joint with a cotter pin here and start working on some of the suspension components. Oh yeah. It's just... All right. He's going to attempt to use the big boy pie bar here. Yeah, right. No way. You know, these board joints are actually pretty tough to get out once it's stuck because it actually has a sleeve that go right through the low control arm here. Wow, we got lucky on this one. We got one more to go. Is that loose?
It was loose.
Let me spray down some penetrating oil. Ooh, air hammer time now. Yeah, right. Man, we've been pretty lucky with all these boats here. I should never said that. One more try with half inch here. Now the car is back down. First thing we're gonna do is disconnect the steering column from inside the vehicle here.
Okay. That's it.
Good to go? You pulled it out already?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take the strut bar off just to give us a little bit more room back here. Be a little bit easier to get our hands in the back and unplug some stuff that we need to unplug.
Take a look at the bolts for the battery.
Oh boy.
Don't you got that special tool?
That's not gonna be fun.
Got that special socket here. Let's see. No, you need 11. Look how small the head gets. Hammer time now. Yeah. Go. And we are going to remove the entire fuse box out of the harness because we are going to refinish this frame rail and the shock towers here. Now with the fuse box out of the way, it's going to make our job a lot easier. There we go. Good old fuse box here. I guess somebody replaced the upper radiator hose. Look, newer. And we do have some new clamp, because you know why I know it's brand new? Ain't got no rust on there. Oh yeah. A couple of connectors for the fan motors. Got one here. We got the connector down here for the AC compressor. Cooling fan motor for the radiator. Brackets. Oh boy. Whole thing should slide right out. Look at all that space now. Oh, now we can get to the front mount.
Yeah.
You got it. Oh, yes. There you go. Yeah, we're gonna have to finish our frame rail here, get some of the service rust off it. But other than that, we're looking good, man. Looking real nice. I think next up, you wanna go ahead and work on our subframe?
Yeah, let's get this front mount off here.
My goodness. Put that up. There we go. Oh. Nice. Okay, we're going to work on our engine harness up next here. Let's go to the inside now. Connect the connector from the PCM.
All right, ready?
Yeah. I could. Shift cable is up next here. Yes, there you go. And we'll take that opportunity to unbolt our slave cylinder. We'll sit right next to the transmission here.
But now that we got our slave cylinder out, we got everything pretty much ready to go. Last we're gonna do is take the Freon out of the compressor, and after that I believe we can drop the subframe, and then after we drop the subframe, it's just a couple mounts holding the motor in.
And now with the Freon out of the system, we can go ahead and remove our AC line.
We're gonna get ready to take our subframe out. All we gotta do left here is take the transmission mount bolts off, or the nuts off here. Take the 4 bolts off the rear mount, That way the rear mount will just stay on the motor. And we're going to drop the exhaust pipe here. And I believe that's it. It's the 4 corner bolts and everything's ready to come down.
Oh my goodness. T-shirt, what happened here?
I guess that's the perks of having an aftermarket down pipe there.
You have to take the top one out, then take that one out.
I guess so. Let's find out. Maybe I'll use a straight 14.
Yeah, right. So good.
So
yeah, I don't know who does this. All right, here we go. Bring her down. Let's take her home, buddy. Okay, so we got a dolly set up there. I'm gonna lower her down. Well guys, there you have it, K24A2. That's how we do our thumbnails, from all the way up here on top of the toolbox. Well guys, there you have it, K24A2 is sitting right on the dolly, and we're gonna wrap today's video up. Now on the next couple of videos, we'll be refreshing this entire engine and transmission, and also get into the engine bay, get this all cleaned up. Maybe put a couple of coats of fresh paint on there. Be sure to tune in and subscribe to our channel. Give it a thumbs up and also share this video with your friends and family. My name is Mike. Thanks again for watching. See you guys again next week.